Hello and welcome to another My Aspie Marriage video, and in this video I'm going to talk about a few more things that I've tried. So in a previous video I talked about our housework saga. So as frustrating as that was, I was constantly trying to think of ways to get hubby to understand that everything was okay. It's not as bad as he thinks. I'm not as bad as he thinks. There's no point getting upset about things like rubbish and washing and things like this. Just calm your farm. All is okay. And try as I might, say what I might, not a lot really changed his mind. So I decided to do an experiment. I decided to do nothing for 2 whole weeks. I just decided, I'll show you what doing nothing really looks like. Like, you're so sure that I'm just doing this really shitty crap hole job and I'm just crap at keeping the house clean and I'm just dodgy and all of that. I'm going to show you what it really looks like when I do nothing. And so I spent 2 entire weeks literally just sitting on a couch watching telly while he had to do anything that needed to be done. And I didn't care whether he did things or not. I didn't say anything. I didn't recommend, say the dishes need to be done or anything like this. I just sat and relaxed and just let him go. You do you, it's all good. And he was losing his mind, obviously. He was agitated, he was ropeable, he was getting angry and frustrated. He was yelling at me, are you going to help with this? Are you going to do anything? Are you going to this? Are you going to that? And I was like, no, you've got this. You've got this. I'm showing you this is what nothing looks like. And I had told him what I was doing. I didn't just sit down and not have a conversation with him. I had said, I'm actually going to show you what me doing nothing looks like. So for 2 whole weeks, he's doing it all. He's agitated by it. It's frustrating him. He wants me to help, but he's doing it all. And at the end of those 2 weeks, I said to him, so how did you find that? Now you're looking around the house and it was all up to you to keep clean. How did you find that? And he said, oh, it was easy. It was easy to keep the house clean. I don't know why you're so whatever about it, crap at it, or whatever it was that he said. And I said to him, what's interesting that, your interpretation of that is that it was so easy and why can't I keep on top of it? Because I'm looking around at the house and noticing there's all these things that you haven't done. And if it were me, they would be done. And he says, like what? So I walked around the house, just pointing out bits and pieces. Like, I would have never left that there. This would have been done if I was this and that, da-da-da-da. And then I went through the house just really quickly, just doing a little bit of a tidy up. And I said to him, see, this is how the house would have looked if I'd been doing something for the 2 weeks. And I was hoping, obviously, that he would be like, wow, yes, you're right. You really do a lot, and I'm just being an ignorant twat and accusing you of stuff that isn't happening. Silly me, my apologies. Okay. It didn't go that way at all. He still refused to believe that his 2 weeks of housework were not as good as mine. He still refused to believe that my 2 weeks of doing nothing was a good way of showing him this is what nothing really looks like. So look, hey, it didn't get me anywhere, but I had to try. I had to try. There was just no other choice. However, I did do another experiment many years later. I decided to do everything for 2 weeks. The guy didn't need to lift a finger. If it was there, I was on it. I was doing that washing, I was hanging it out, I was bringing it in, I was folding it up, I was putting it away, I was doing the dishes, the kitchen was clean. Anytime there was a spill, I was there. I mean, I was on it. More than usual, because I'm usually quite tidy anyway. But there was nothing left for him to do. As soon as dinner was done, I was doing dishes. I was getting it done, And at the end of those 2 weeks, I said to him, do you feel happier now that I've done everything? For 2 whole weeks, I've done everything Nothing's been out of place. Nothing needed to be done. You didn't need to lift a finger. Are you happy now? And he just looked at me and went, oh, and he wasn't. That was the I think he realised, he was like, holy crap, it did make a difference to him. And he realised that. And he said, oh, I realise my expectations have been too high. And I said, yes, they have. And they're ruining the relationship. And then I walked out of the room and just left him with that thought. But it's really interesting to see the difference between the two. When I did nothing, things didn't improve. When I did everything, things didn't improve. He was constantly telling counsellors and friends and things like this that if I just did the housework better, things would be good. He would be happier. He would be nicer to me. He would be meeting my needs. He would this, he would that. And there I was doing this whole thing for 2 weeks, and it made zero difference. He didn't like me more. He didn't show me more affection. He wasn't sweeter to me. He didn't compliment me more. There was nothing. So in the end, it was a good experiment in that it showed him your critiquing and all of this stuff that you want me to do actually makes no difference within the quality of the relationship. I could be doing everything you want all of the time, 100%, and it doesn't better the relationship. So there you go. They were 2 experiments that I tried just to see what results I would get with regards to the cleaning saga. So funny that was a thing. But anyway, let me know, what things have you tried, if anything, to curb your partner's critiquing, if indeed your partner is a critiquer like mine? Did you find things that worked? Was there a saying that you could say that would make a difference, or anything at all? Please throw it out there. I'd love to hear from you. And thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video.